it before all of this and was like, all right, we gonna sell it. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to sell nothing.
I said I'm about to do a story time on TikTok.
No.
I said, however they want to pick it up, we can sell it how we want to sell it.
Are you really okay? Are you?
You a grown ass fuck.
Hold on on that. Hold on. Now hold on.
You
And you felt how you felt.
Day after day, seems like I
What's up, y'all? It's Brian Keith, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be talking about Joseline's Cabaret. Not a lot happened, but it still was good. I'm happy that, you know, T-Love and Ms. Natural got that off their chest. But y'all, like, I'm scrolling through the video.
Let me check my shit real quick. Hotter than the fire coming out my flaming lips. You wanna play with me? You can't play in me. On the playground, bitch, you can't play with me. Got it, want it, securing the bag.
All right, so like I said last week, the whole situation. First of all, I want to apologize for the volume of the music in the background. Like that, literally, I added the music in last, and I was just like, damn, why the fuck? That was my apologies. I'm so sorry. Like I said last week, I did not agree with the whole situation with everybody jumping on Gypsy. Gypsy basically standing on that she doesn't apologize for what she did. She stands on it, and she basically calls out all the girls. She said, you know, anybody that, you know, ran down on me and tried to jump me, you know, I need that when I see you. I'm just like, girl, please don't say stuff like that.
And I don't know who the fuck jumped me, but I'm gonna watch this shit and y'all owe me a one-on-one, each and every one of y'all.
Because you're gonna have to back it up at that reunion. One thing about Joseline's Cabaret, these girls, all they do is fight. And they fight for each other. They have a pack mentality. So it's like no identity, just, you know, we're part of the pack. I feel like, Erica, you should have stood on business with Gypsy. You should have never brought up her son. Like, I saw in the comments that they said that she talked about her autistic son. I'm like, girl, what? Like, you should have never brought that up.
I don't think Erica was saying anything wrong.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
I was. I should have never said nothing about her son.
Like, I think that's why Joseline hugged, like, oh my God. It's like, that should be, like, we're talking, especially in that environment. I get what she's saying. Like, girl, talk about my dancing. Talk about, you know, talk about me. Don't bring my son up into it, because that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. We're talking about you saying, I'm fucking someone. You want to bring up my son. Girl, please. So, Joseline, Erica, you should have got out there. You should have got out there. Get out there, Erica. Get out there. Yeah. You got all that mouth. Get out there. But, you know, we move on and we basically see, you know, the girls the next morning. Everybody's over here just, you know, ooh la la, kumbaya. Two group of girls. We have one group of girls in the kitchen and then some group of girls outside. So the group of girls in the kitchen, Nick was in there and, you know, Love was in there as well. So they're basically talking about what had happened with what Gypsy said.
Gypsy was saying when she first arrived or whatever, she was basically like, fuck the OGs.
And they're just like, yeah, you know, you said fuck the OGs, so what do you mean by that? So Love is just like, that's not what I said. What I said was, you know, I'm here for myself and I'm not, you know, I don't know. It was really confusing how she was trying to say it.
I feel like bitches just keep trying to put a lot of words in my mouth. I've been saying fuck everybody, and I feel like everybody here should be on the same type of time.
Because then she was just like, you know, I don't, like, people don't put words in my mouth like this, da, da, da. And then Neek was just like, okay, well, who put words in your mouth? She's like, I never said nobody put words in my mouth. And then Neek was just like, girl, you just lied again because you did just say that people put words in your mouth.
Words in your mouth? I don't do that. She never said that. Never said those words. Nobody put words in my mouth.
Like, what?
She's like, no, I never just said that. For me, I feel like Love has some type of, like, I don't want to say mental because it's not mental, but you could tell that Love has been through a lot. And I feel like Love, you do be saying stuff that I just feel like you probably just don't know. You said it, but you probably did say it. I don't see Gypsy as the type of person just to lie, but I was in the house, so I don't know. But Nick just basically told her, she was just like, you know, moving forward, watch your mouth and, you know, play it safe. And Love is just like, girl, like, don't tell me nothing like that. Like who are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, Love, I like you. You know, I have a charm towards you. You know, you're charming. But I just don't think that is the road you want to go down, honey. Neek, you know, as small as she is, she's with the shits. So I don't think that's the road you want to go. Yeah. So outside, we see, you know, the girls outside, they smoking, doing their thing. Who was it? Chinks was outside with Isis, and it was one of the new girls, Miss G Baby.
Yeah, I got into it. Yeah. All I heard was ting ting ting.
G Baby. She's so pretty to me. She gives me a mix of Masika and somebody else. I don't know, but she fine as fuck. So when she's out, you know, they're outside, you know, they talk about Chinks, and Lexi Gold was like, "Are y'all still? Is it still gonna be beef?" And she's like, "Girl," she said she wanted it every day, so that's why I'm giving it to her every day. I'm not scared of this bitch. So Isis basically told her like, "Yeah," she said, "Yeah, I respect that," but you know, she said, "You know, I'm with Lexi. You know, I'm cool with Lexi, so that's just what it is." She said, "Girl, I don't give a fuck." I'm like, ooh.
I mean, you can stay over there. You know, yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know, I'm just letting you know. I don't give a fuck.
So she's like, "I'm just letting you know what side I'm on." So I'm just like, Isis, I don't think that was needed because it's just adding more fuel to the fire. Only if you want to become target number one, because right now, girl, I get that, Isis, you could throw hands, like, shout out to you, but Chinks, that's a big girl. That's a big girl. So I don't know if that's the route you want to take. It might be. So it is what it is. But girl, that's a big girl. So I don't know. Lexi and Chinks, that's the right weight class. But you know who comes outside? Ocean, Danny, and Andrea. And my whole thing is with Oceans, as much as you dislike these bitches, now y'all a trio. Now y'all coming outside together and all this. Like, it's kind of weird, Oceans. And your confessional looked atrocious. Girl, it's giving murky. It's giving murky water. Girl, it's giving swamp, not oceans. Okay. Girl, buy you out this bitch. So I'm just like, girl, I don't like that. Oceans, like, one thing about last year, I was just like, at least she stands for herself and she stands for Joseline. I'm like, if anything, girl, at least you're gonna be loyal to Joseline. I'll give you that. But now you are part of this trio of the weak bitches. So Danny, she comes outside, she hugs everybody, and she hugs Isis. And she was like, yeah, like, what's up? You need that?
Always wanted that fade. What? Yeah, you always wanted that fade. So especially you owe the princess an apology.
Danny come outside. She was like, you want to fight? Isis was like, girl. She was like, didn't we just hug? She's like, yeah. She's like, didn't you smoke my blood this morning? We were cool this morning. So she was like, no, you're being rude to the princess. You're being rude to the princess. You're being rude to the princess. And Isis just like, girl, like, you don't even know what you've been talking about. She was like, what about the shit in Paris? She was like, girl, it ain't got shit to do with nothing in Paris.
I still don't know what happened in Paris.
So with that being said, you know, she was like, so you want to fight? She was like, you want to fight? You want to get down? You want to get down? So y'all, when I tell y'all, Danny ran up. Isis gave her a good old doop, doop, doop. It was done. I'm like, Danny, you look crazy. Like, you can't fight, but you want to fight. You want to act like you the top dog. You're not. Like, Danny and Drea, I can't even put Drea in there. But Danny, like, your stock is really lowering day by day, episode by episode, honestly. So then a situation happened where G Baby's like, oh, here comes this bitch Swamp. So now I know she over here wants, you know, she got some issues, so I'm on 10. My whole thing, G Baby, is like, cute girl, I love you. If you knew that she was going to be on some bullshit and you knew that you're going to have to be on 10, your 10 toes should have been uncrossed and planted up and be ready to get up. Because there should be no way that a bitch is pressing you. You're still sitting down. If once Ocean would have said anything, girl, I would have stood up like, what'd you say? I couldn't hear you say it again. Yeah. Girl, you should wrap your hair up. Yeah. First of all, her hair didn't even come out. Yes. But, you know, she got up because Ocean was pressing like, yeah, you know, you saying all this shit about us.
I even gotta argue, and especially not with nobody like that. Not over my weed, not over my belongings, not over shit that I bought or shook my ass for.
I feel like Ocean just want to fight. Talk about some welcome to the cabaret. They fight. It won't really nothing, but Oceans did take the W. She knocked her to the ground, got on top of her. I also feel like if you guys do the windmill kick, it is a sign that you're losing.
Aggressive?
You are, though.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Bitch, you should.
And I don't.
You should.
I don't.
You should,
I
though.
don't.
You should, though.
I
And that's
don't.
why Ocean's gonna whip your ass.
Isis, girl, what? Like, I like Isis a lot, but I'm like, why are you over here co-signing Oceans. Like, there should be no reason for you to be over co-signing Mercury Water for anything. She's like, well, you have an attitude with G Baby. Girl, if she don't want to share her blunt or she don't want to share her shit, she doesn't have to. She's like, oh yeah, you're popping it. Oceans, do what you want to do. You know you came here just for a fight. That's all it was. Over here, that confessional looked treacherous. Like, I don't know. That made me look at Ice is crazy. And how much would have bet they're going to fight later this season? I'm sorry. I hate to say it. But from what we've seen, it seemed like Ocean took the dub. And G Baby was just like, girl, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. Ocean's wig came off. It was what it was. It was stupid shit. But yeah, everybody just went back inside and they was just like, let's get ready for this routine. I feel like this episode was short because once we went over to Joseline talking to Miss Natural. Oh, Joss went over to talk to T Love about the situation with Miss Natural. I was like, damn, the episode's over. So Joseline went over to talk to Miss Natural about what's going on. She was like, what's going on between you and Miss Natural? She was just like, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, I don't fuck with her because she over here fought my sister. I'm just like, oh, girl. Yeah, I mean, understandable. She was like, she fought my sister, so it's just I have nothing for her. Like, it is what it is. So she was like, you know, I can be professional, I can dance around her, but be cool with her, I will not. Understandable. So when that happens, now we're just like, okay, cool. That's what it is. So we see Joseline and T Love go over to talk to Miss Natural.
Cause she called me way before all of this and was like, all right, we gonna sell it. And I'm like, bro, I don't want to sell nothing.
Natural, she seemed like she's over here buzzed. Very buzzed. So she's like, hey, Joseline, what's up, girl? So, you know, her and T Love start having words about the situation that had happened. She was just like, girl, at the end of the day, your sister and them, they jumped me, and, you know, they did this, they did that. And she was just like, at the end of the day, Miss Natural was just like, girl, I already apologized to your sister, your fam, so I don't see what the issue is. She was like, my whole thing is y'all jumped me and y'all did this, y'all did some snake shit, blah, blah, blah. So T Love was like, so what's up?
You did though. You a grown ass woman. You felt how you felt.
T Love always be ready to fight, and I'm just like, T Love, like, I want some of the girls to realize that you don't get credit or cool points for getting your ass beat. Though I get out in the field, like, it's like when somebody said it on a comment on Instagram about Dolly, they were like, oh, Dolly, at least she get out in the field, fight everybody. Girl, she is a glass doll. Handle with care. Proceed with caution. She is a brittle bitch. Like, Dolly don't get no cool points for fighting everybody. When she get broken every time. What the fuck? But Miss Natural gave T Love the do. But I don't think she really gave her that work like she really wanted to, because I feel like, I was like, T Love hanging in there with her. But Natural did have some hits. I was like, ugh. I know she needs an Excedrin. She needs all of them. Tylenol, amoxicillin, Zyrtec, all the branches of medicine, girl. But that was the rest of the episode. It really was nothing. I didn't talk about Drea talking to all the other girls in the beginning of the episode because, girl, what was it about? But, y'all, that was it, y'all. When it comes to my health, I'm recovering. I'm feeling much better. So, shout out to that. I'm on antibiotics. So, I'm feeling amazing. But, y'all, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Brian Keith, LG, Black Butte. Bet you didn't know we the Holy Trinity. Now let it God stop a y'all and break your head here. Step into the room and get up in the bed. It tastes sweet, that's cause I'm good. It tastes sour cause I'm better than the hood. Cause I get you hyper when I'm running all around cause I excite ya. Let me talk